Welcome to the Art of Listening to Your Body podcast. My name is Dr. Jinong and I'm your host. I'm a cathartic release therapist, professionally trained as an osteopath, psychosomatic therapist, Western acupuncturist, and herbalist. I'm fascinated by the mind-body connection and how your physical body is a manifestation of your emotional state. I help people get unstuck from their chronic pain, whether it be physical or emotional, and live the life they truly desire, grounded in values and driven by purpose. My aim is to create awareness to the underlying emotions behind pain, injury, and disease in the body, as well as behavioural dysfunctions and mental imbalances that present. I do this using a unique blend of Eastern and Western philosophies and a good dose of intuition. Join me to learn more about the story of your body, what different issues may indicate, how to release emotions so that you can prevent problems, as well as inspiring pain story interviews. Hello. Given that we are coming to the end of 2021, today is the 1st of December, I have a couple of things that I would love you to take into consideration. The first one is around boundaries, and the second is start having a think about your intention for 2022 and what it is you would like this year to look like. The first one on boundaries, I did a podcast at a very similar time of year last year, is because the November-December period can all of a sudden become really busy for a lot of people. People realise that the end of the year is coming, they feel like they're running out of time, Christmas is approaching, and for us in the Southern Hemisphere, a lot of people are trying to organise their life around school holidays and trying to take a decent break and enjoy the summertime. So things can get a little bit crazy and your boundaries can get a little bit loose, and that can result in feeling not so great about yourself. So boundaries is the thing that helps you say no. And I love to help people learn how to say no more than yes. And it's not that comfortable for a lot of people. And it makes me think of another podcast that I did, which is called The Value of Saying No. It's all about knowing what your values are so that you can make easier decisions. But another thing that you can tune into around decision making is just check in with your body. Because when you get really busy and you get very emotional about stuff, it is quite difficult to make sound decisions. The best thing to do is to not rush into making a decision. People don't need an immediate answer, even though they might be pushing you for it. So check in with your body. Are you ready to give an answer? And be okay saying no to people. Because of this busy time of year, it could be lots of social invites, it could be going out to eat, it could be drinking and alcohol. Just be really wary of your space and your needs, because this time of year is when people try and cram too much in and have a lot of regrets and they get quite tired. So I just want you to be really conscious of what your boundaries are and what your capacity is, what it is you can hold in this last month of 2021. And you will need space to be able to have a think about the next piece, which is what is your intention around 2022? So I'll share a little bit of a personal story with this. I love numbers, also known as angel numbers, where you see multiples of numbers like 111, it's 1111, or 222. So next year is 2022. And I'm a little bit superstitious, or I feel like this is an auspicious number. So I feel like there are big things on the cards for me and for everyone else in 2022. So I am definitely going to be taking a step back and spending time to create my intentions for 2022. I'll share in a little bit what is coming through for me personally, just to give you an idea, because I think real life examples are always useful to help you navigate these little exercises. Before I set my intention, I love to reflect on the year that is almost over, the year that's been. What are the highs? What are the lows? What are the wins? What are the challenges? And my gosh, if you've been following me for a little while, I have been through a pretty amazing year. I mainly share it on my social media. And I'm coming back on the solo podcast to share a little bit more with you. And actually, something that I want to celebrate today, 1st of December 2021, is that I have actually sold my business, my clinic business. So I have my finger in many pies. My clinic business was my second baby after my human baby, Violet. And I will share a little bit more about this over time. However, it is very fresh. But it's a decision that I made fairly quickly that came with highs and it came with lows. But today, it's completely out of my hands and in someone else's hands. My business, my team, who have been incredibly amazing. So I don't feel ready to share more than that right now, but that's what I'm celebrating today on the 1st of December. And this is going to be part of the reflections that I take myself through of 2021, having a huge year in the online business with the art of listening to your body. And also letting go of my second baby. It's just, I think it's still sinking in for me, and I'm going to have a few days off in the next few days to allow this really to just sink in for me. But there's going to be lots of other things that have happened in between. It doesn't have to be big stuff like that. But I'm going to be reflecting on all the highs and the lows, the wins and the challenges of 2021. And I need space to be able to do this. So that's why I also need boundaries to be able to say no and create space in what can usually be a pretty busy and chaotic time of year for a lot of people. So with that, with the lead up of knowing that 1st of December was the date when I was going to have this new kind of sense of freedom, I was thinking, my gosh, okay, once this date approaches, this space is going to bring in new things for me. I don't know what, but I'm just going to wait. So what's landed for me now around 2022 is that I just feel like big things are on the cards. I'm feeding into the number 2022 as well. But I don't know exactly how that looks right now. So when you do this exercise, not that I have fully gone through it myself, I'm holding myself accountable by sharing this with you. But when you do this exercise, you don't have to be completely clear. But that's why I want you to create the space for yourself now to have a think about what 2022 is going to look like. So I know that something big is on the cards. I can just feel it. I know that I'm going to have to take some sort of action, but it's just not 100% clear. And one thing that I'm really going to focus on, some of you may have seen me share this on my social media, is that I have decided that I'm just going to go all in. Now, some of you may have thought that I've already gone all in because 18 months in the art of listening to your body has been a fast growing beast. It's been my passion. It's been amazing. But I know that I have so much more to share with you. And the majority of what I share is with people that I get to work with. It is with the groups that I get to work with as well. However, I've just got so much more. I want my vision and I want this work to go so much further. Again, it's not about the strategy. I don't know how I'm going to do it just yet, but my intention for 2022 is to go all in. And I was just thinking today before recording this that maybe that just needs a little bit more clarification. So the seeds are dropping, the seeds are getting planted as I have been thinking about this over the past few weeks. But to go all in for me means to fully express, which is something that I have thought I've been doing. But as I say, I feel like I have got so much more to share with you beyond the people that I just get to work with in groups. It's been incredible, the people that I have had the opportunity to work with. I think of all of you. If any of you have done any programs, courses, trainings, or one-to-one work with me, I'd love to hear it from you, by the way. But yeah, just to fully express and share more. But what I'm also aiming to do is to create spaciousness all at the same time. So going all in, which means to me to express, but to make sure I'm creating spaciousness in my life at the same time. So I'm excited. I will probably share more with you as it comes through, as this starts to land. But I want you to create boundaries and space for yourself, just given the time of year, and reflect on the year that's been, all of the highs and all of the lows that you've walked with, and then start to set some loose intentions around 2022. If it's really clear for you, amazing. I would love you to share what 2022 has got on the cards for you. It doesn't need to be pages and pages of stuff written down. It can just be a word that guides you for your whole year and helps you make your decisions and to create from that place. So, all the best. I will be back with a few more solo podcasts and back with more interviews soon. I hope you're well and have an amazing week. Thanks for learning with me on the Art of Listening to Your Body podcast. If you like what you've heard, I would love if you could rate, review, and share with your friends. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. My handle is The Art of Listening to Your Body. If you're interested in working with me, I offer online courses for the general public and trainings for practitioners, therapists, and coaches. I also open limited one-to-one coaching spaces throughout the year. If you would like to find out more, head to my website, drjinong.com.